the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
Mame mfa call on the case of Abronye Dc. Judge Akwa ejani tumi so na waman remand na wasamba ya wasande another remand 1 week biem eka ho na NDC ni lawyer panyini bia waka womo government communication home ene Hon Afenyo Markins ekopi modwumadi bia se on kan no University of Media Arts communications modwumadi bia no mudi na womo ye keynote speakers womo kokasa wase na lawyer Suhuyini wono ye NDC ni no say the grounds were judge ni gina so na would deny Abronye Dc bill no just say wono ni lawyer waye emfie petepe no wonte ho mpanyisem ewo baabi ada na abusua ne nsem okaye no emudu yi pa ne Hon Kwame na Afenyo Markins no mesrew se woni mbekọ na ne nsem bia wokaye no wososo watimu akwakwati bi na Abronye case no bebia ebitimu akwakoduru no wososo watimu akwakwati bi abusua mesrew se wo beka me ho na me ne wabohwi na yetime akopim na ne nsem no okaye nyina no yetimu edi abraw na wo ho ensem a ekoso efa de Abronye case no ho yeba Nsem-Pii TV yenetifo ebetwaso
Jumadi Korea say NDC amonyukumu lawyer forum emu baako ono so de tu dwase no kreni one minority leader idaye adwe pa judge no bu aselo de ankoye onimra kora judge no de ye adwuma pa se obi begina court a wonye ntie nkrokro ye bo ati ado enhwie mu na wugina so ka se onkodemu a wo se wakenka mra kenka ya ohunu mra kora temu afo gina so a wo se Abronye san kodem na wotwe na mum de asie no wo de so bo MPP fo se MPP amanyeko ne mfie nwotwedie omonka wo se temu afo we no enya NDC abai baaye no mde baaye se de omru hu owura atemu afo dwumadi mu no enu nti na omo NDC fo no maye omadwe se obema temu afo so na ye obadwuma ya bra abai nwura mu sentisa kedi sesei na wo se temu afo no obua na sem no.
On the issue of the arrest of party functionaries, I think that I agree with you totally that the decision of the trial court judge, especially in the Abronye case, defies every logic and every legal principles that I have come into contact with as a young lawyer. That point must be made. That decision, when I read it last night, I was embarrassed by that decision, especially as a government spokesperson. I simply it didn't just sit well with me. I tried to look for justification behind such a decision, but I simply couldn't. But this is why I disagree with leader. Many of you in your social studies class, you know the difference when it comes to separation of powers and the different arms of government. The judiciary is on its own. The executive is on its own. The legislature is on its own. And this government promised a reset. It may be difficult for many of you to agree that we are not interfering when it comes to the functions of the judiciary. But I can tell you with all sincerity and certainty, based on where I sit, that we are doing everything within our power not to interfere when it comes to the functions of the judiciary and how they go about their judgments. And so this judgment that was released yesterday is nothing but a poor decision emanating from one of our arms of government, which is the judiciary. The very reason why the National Democratic Congress, under His Excellency President John Evans Atamils, made a promise in opposition to reset the judiciary. And if you read the judgment fully, you see, we are having to deal with the effect.
Ghana, Obo Mengi na kokose ne mebi nkoyi ya hwe yi a obo ade ebobra etimo no se ya yese no dachi bia enchima ba wesubo afi anamontu wo saba no tuo na obo ama maburu nya adwuma ye no enya no na ohunu efiso maisi kasem enema nkoyi abosome ngotwe a ye de share NDC amanyoku nsa no enema agensamu wo chirem se de Ghana manyosem etie no e wo se hwe enema yi pa vi se si ya hwe yi ne je bibia samanyofo no ye de omopa ebedu baabi no Ghana ban entimi nyanto ye pe biara abebo mai wo kire mu se ndc aban hyebo se 24-hour economy se Ghana ye be chim nipa no e bi kwa adwuma no pa ne bi kwa wia ne bi kwa anwumra bebem sabroi wonte ho nsimbia fe environmental degradation babura yetim yensuo ne asase no ni nyara sere na ese we ye ne bi hu hia se sedi nsuo no ene asase no se no saban na hwe na wanka ho asem ne ya emoame.
So within some people even thought it was over for jail. He's lost by over 1 million. But in politics, branding, packaging is everything.
Of course.
So if you are aspiring to be a political strategist, take this from me. Branding, packaging is everything. So within 8 years, our friends could come and create a deficit of 2.1 million for us. And even our mighty 88, they have managed to snatch one to make it mighty 87. But all too soon, they have forgotten themselves. They have started sliding and they don't see it. They have forgotten the jobs issue, the 24-hour economy they seem to have forgotten. The Galamsey they promised they are going to deal with it, they have forgotten. Central region, the water is not flowing, water's bodies polluted, the
eno ekino no nyamfo Hon Afenyo Markins akasa fa kwambafo Abronye Dc ne nsem yokoka ye nam so ma aposifo akino be na otwenie na no fiade ne ko gina court a secretary court a se ade a wo ye no nyaade de asobio ba maemu nti ye fa no kotokokum kopem se bedi na otwe eno no kire mu se de timuafo de se ebu anasem no ade a enwo yie pa fi se ogidi se enema bi koso ga na memu aya hwini yi a ede asem ebeba.
Accused person before the court is facing 2 charges of misdemeanor. Misdemeanor is a lesser offense, an offense that means nothing, really. If you are convicted, it's a fine, then you go home. This is important. It says, however, in this instant case, the court will not look at only the charges being misdemeanor, but will extend it to the position of the IGP to the country. That is the head of the police service. The words which came from the accused person is likely to put the security of the nation into disrepute. Then he goes further to worsen the matter. He says, it is always said that all persons are equal equal persons, but in practice it is not so. Then he quotes George Orwell's satire, The Animal Farm. One of the commandments is that all men are equal, but some are equal than others. Translated into this case, all men are equal, but some are more equal than others. This is what the judge said. To remand Abronye into custody again, with Nsem-Pii. If you are a judge and you're remanding somebody into custody, what you are basically saying is that if the person is granted bail, he may not come to court for trial, or he would interfere in the investigation. The judge did not say this in his ruling. He says that the matter involves IGP, and all men are not the same. So, if you are involved in a matter with somebody who is considered a big person in society, you go to jail.